Awie Agya Kwabena yaba ebra sesabedwafo ye hyase na yedi nkomo na answer na obi send message say are you still wearing this Black Star jersey? Why not? Because I share isan say ye de ano no ai oma bi kura dom di kan de ayi ye sati na Tunisia ko wo hye sis mo hye basabasa sis ne tre ne ho mo wie na say go so ma je kura no o hwa tournament ni nyina wo no obaji go so pa on krom wo enti ye dan a de be sie nya sie wie ye meda ne yan plan ni yi na emo ye nyina ena no pay ma me fasa ho kwan yi emfa ma menua me bra panin nana Jerusalem ene nana Jerusalem awoda ai enti nana ba bia wo bia no ye montiri nkwa nkwa tintin ni bisa de ama wo se de awusi ni yes o ma yesere no ko so ne sa de bia o se Agya Kwabena na munu Agya ayi aya age ndi me fa nka hu nana meka enti nana Jerusalem no pay montiri nkwa montiri nkwa pa ene so ye o ye nsiye enti je say birthday against nsiye ni nyina ka bo mu a ade ba ko ana ebema ye birthday a ade ba ko no ye nso a ade ba ko ntie no ye beka ni menu na bom na fi ahwe say 232323 na fi ya ye wa bati ase ho enti nana on behalf of ya ye ba wo nche nyina ye montiri nkwa pa sanso ena azikajiman o ka wo matun krafre ebre ye efre fifi mantemo no so ye ne da enti azikajiman central regional correspondent one of our central regional correspondents no so ne ye ne da enti azigbebi a wo bia no so ye ba ma entinkwa emu entinkwa pa last Thursday na kofodua afijase hene okun ewia nkodi ni dandaduanan okofurudua mantumi ankobi okun ewia ye me papa nkasa pa mantumi ankobi nanso menim se berepa mu no dot yie ne de bigina mo printi nti mo amko boye nyina no eda mo ase papa se mutumi ekoboaye ti bere no sunsu na se yeja na kwan kra edim se mo de ma ho de mebeta akiri na nyina de aboa na edeja kufudu afijase ehene okwewia ye de eja no kwan na aye fefefe ena no pay wo ma beka mensa na ye be hye nkomo twetwe ase no Diodi kan engineer Amonkote ye kan engineer Amonkote a wo mo a inim okwan be faso a ye kikire kru oba fi ha ne ye ni ye adwuma de bia na ehwa be hia se ne nsan hia bio na edi nkomo esanse bibia duru no ese kire ese kan se de se sika no pepepe na tumi aboye nyina nti ena o menchen e wa ha ena mesan wo another engineer Kwame Prempe enkane onana oye CEO edema Public Procurement Authority oka o mekasa dema MPP amayoko no ho Kwame nso e wo menchen wo ntene mo engineers mienu ena me nso meye ayi ena kese ye wa ha enche ye hwe kwan se abisapon mu nkonso be kan ho na fi yato so Kwame akwaba
yeah ojo so
bibia boko
ya me adom boko no maso
bia boko engineer
boko se de aka ni
uhwebo ni
dabi
adai
me ni akoma de hwebo
sa
dabi
blasters de ya nura nkranka yenke
dabi eye bowia na me hwe
sa
wo me pese mi befu
sa untumi
dabi
I see kwam se do hwe
me hwe kakra ma hwe fu ma hwe kakra I mean, I didn't have much hope, to be honest. I mean, of course, Ghana body there be no bumpire say very but the team now is saying I'm veteran. You know, who are the main striker. I have nothing against Jordan, but if you main striker, you'll be our relegation from second tier to third tier. It's already we come match no problem.
Yeah,
and you know, we share match boy there. Let me hope be sir into and timi me sir but Ghana na duzu do where they are
be kan okay
e be o yakaka
but na ye sure Jordan somehow kan ye was striker Ghana to say as a giant type of strikers Tony Eboa type of strikers ene wo mo a ye nim wo those strikers no ye obi is ye obi
hu ye den na e ka inaki nanka if it's about me nim the entire Oba Ghana.
I want to be perform. Yeah.
So to me jelly with the players no and I say
tension be on
so and we say at least kono dey kakra your boy a higher team but as Oba Ghana na you but you should need Ubia Titu Biasa. No, unfortunately for us, also do one striker there, but playmaker, Kudus. Well, no, the injuries were Hagana, at least going to star. Put the team. No, can imagine saying Kudus ne Pate Munu, you know, in the midfield. Kudus I couldn't even Pate. You know, Kabe Kama. But
when you say a system, no so come home. It's say she'll be to say Pate. Sorry, Semenyo. Obo England, Obo pa, Obo England. Obi ti say Naki William. Obo Spain, Obo pa, Oshego so pa. When you say a system, no can who be, say, born na ye bono. Onipa no, o pese de born man na de ko. Pia born. Now say the idea. Na dey asan yachi. When you say system, so can be na my.
Oh, yeah, Danny coach. Oh, yeah, Danny. I said, my hair born and beyond just a mean fair ball. But the issue has taken is on the club level, no, coach, no, at training team, no, for a very long time. And to him say, we free wa, make 2 way ashaho. Near the
referee,
and the more team, no. And to me, club level, and your pay.
But yet to me, PKB from as a technical team, team, say, okay, we the team or bono, say no bobo.
And this is all for the full team, need be set pepe.
So we so no bobo. Tino wono, say that striker will born a boffer. Until one made the way see Hano. When you're born, more than so be say a master striker and what to me, I say, get to me, I adopted that strategy.
When you're team of 21. Now, what's the Sasa team now when you're the same set in a boat AC Milano? No, when your players, you know, the same caliber. Now they are about team. How is that going to be possible?
Yes, I'm a patch.
Sabe pepe na apeso channel. Wo da wo kam yenu bi pe. Me kan nyina bom.
Say na me kan say. You find say
Martin dey watch. You see, and that is the difference between international manager coach and a club coach. There's different because clubber you have the opportunity and the time to build a team. But international, you're a coach of a country, you have to work with and no idea about. Nipa no free room, free room. Omo free room, omo to room na betimi don ejuma. You know, enti say we international coach, regardless of your philosophy, no. So the material and that's all the ejuma. Enti na matter what say you have to effectively use omo say Semenyo say no bobola. Also making sure say we build a team around him to provide him that service. Yeah. So Inaki Williams only he gets fed when he is in Spain. But I had him say them feeding the year. And then the partners on the name money feeding na. Trouble a chance back no about pound. Because the name more frustrated. That's why break for frustration I can.
Say what was about me one now.
The caliber of players you get as a manager or as a coach, you know. You have to devise ways to work with them. And unfortunately, I think your caliber of players, you know, this is also an issue. But the main point is the fact that you keep a team together for a very long time.
Okay.
Because you can't tell me, say, Cape Verde are better players than Ghana. Because some of the caliber players...
They have a better team.
They don't have. But they've been together for a long time. They've worked for each other. And that's what we are missing in Ghana. So why is Morocco doing well? Morocco copied France. Up to 1998, now France World Cup, 1989, Claire Fontaine, that of way, you know. Omote making sure that they will keep the youth together. Yeah. They will calm them. 10 years later, the World Cup. They say France is one of the best teams in the world because they have that academy system, not only for the class but also for the country. England has also copied it. I'm not building some defense St. George's Park or something like that. Now you see, say the football the English are playing, you know, though they had very, very good teams, but they didn't go far in tournaments.
Yeah.
But since they apply that, you know, they keep the people together, they train together for a long time. And that is what we are missing in Ghana. All the countries, Spain will be. Almost a certain happen. Imagine World Cup, imagine European Cup. Once you build that, you know, camp, that togetherness, where the players need feel say there is an international, there is a country camper. Omoko. They have facilities there. BBR.
Na facilities here will be.
A problem no. So if we don't invest in data,
Japan goalkeeper is saying never pay Ghana ni. Ni mami na uko England say one of the Premier League, you know, captain, you know, or Ghana ni. National to Canada, Ghana ni wom. I'm say Bakubi
Holland Ghana for me
and Sunday wom. Bakubi kura na say friend danso ono so wo say Ghana for hopa. Yehwe obi ye Ghana ni na obobo abane na so obobo na so pra. Oman no eyi na ni firi no hu kura say enye omasomo man no. Wo say no so kan obi na ama say obi kura obobo abane na so ye friend so obobo Ghana na national team no aya na ehu kakra wonim say me kwa na me ko pra na me carry akọ na wie ya oman no nya bibia fa ma woni say no so kan obi nti no commitment no wo ho party she dey ni ho say ko
ya we national team no GFA no say association ana unim sa ana nti how are you blending it because association omo na select omo crofo nti say ultimately buy your way through a third division, fourth division here to amount then you come and create all sort of problems for all of us. And me contractive ho na makoma akoti.
That's the one aspect, the corruption within our football.
And you will be ball and a boy bed 4 matches to go no. Baba Rama no Obobi. Obobi. And so say yeah they no koi. So
bonus.
I mean some of these things you know.
Say the way you run football no affecting you more than anything. Of course. Because if a president share question you touch no. You can someone do be brief question you touch. Me abrante ba ko na me pese me boni din o kan fi o me so na ye public relation yi akwatiti yi no ye journalist
entwia na
there be Henry Santichum
Santichum
adi abrante ndi kwesi yan tachi pa wo Ghana ha no na yan sanketua onya akwan ne ketokreku nanti yi kati ne me bi o ye ne tan e che de ko so no
interest
no wonyine say ebra so say ma you say we FA president FA ni nya wo dia
na ya dia
say no na anyo man dia Ghana Football
Association no
okay me kan ba na date no so mo on behalf of Ghana
how the problem on association no GJ o kan ho a me kan ho so mo nya mo asem a mo hwe so
we are not working on behalf of
the all say they say they all can quite so but the mind is only association the reality now the engineer
that is the fact
the reality why they say any association mo am kan dancing maybe
because you qualify you kura no fit for my $9 million
qualify all this gazem gbam na it can ya wo dia
association dia
me na o kika
na Ghana esan so mo muska
na ya dem ntiase no se FIFA be ma country niska be ma team niska na Ghana ban so asa atem muska sa dia koma team no se sika se FIFA de ba de fine because you who say you develop you for Ibia academy bia o you say you develop for Ibia o Ghana
say
that grassroots football development you
say
who no be bia
yes see as to tell
no say for that's to tell na buy ni see
I'm just any develop football
but no ko buy ni see if GF ni see it is as sika no
shade ba ko bi so o dis kan wi a FIFA wana aban so ma no enti no se bia
aban tifrim
aban otifrim
yeni nyina o de mo now my pre finance boa se ba metimi si
onti
anaka na wo ga je betina mo ma fadi nyina what be there
so
okay se ga mo nyina tutorial play
na no project o mo ye project o mo ye ye bibi it should be said
we don't have the details.
Yes, we are not they are not accountable to man one say Ghana na ye international coaches e ko for bro mo ba wonya baby da hotel sa and na omo yes ko yan tati ma be so mo yes en ye be pe efie and be permanent
Obiaba
obeda. Wonu say na mkase ketokreku baaye no, ode na pamfo, andane ho no, e dey office. I'm telling you, I'm a full baaye no. I say kon ha hotel man no, am na kokoda. Obi ntumi. Yes.
Nanti say
see
over ore
I see how doing
ba ku bi o kan ya brese mi so say o kan say Ghana for mboma amano. You see, we also have to also be realistic to the fact say any panel ya no. You know, I'm using an example since say one Ghana a former player be the back of Obama Denmark. I think I read it somewhere. Refugee no. The mama in Denmark ni na papa Ghana ni. So how can we choose the Obama?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be angered about the fact that we choose Denmark. And the fact say Denmark the tete no. They say we have World Cup here. France are 30 players by 98 among different countries. England the same. Oh, so we are getting benefit from them. So we see Ghana ni ya won wo atete no. That's what we choose over mama. I don't think that we should be angered about these things. Because after all, you need half Ghana, half German and Obama Ghana. And the German focus on both. Sometimes they say we have no more Ghana. They have the choice to pick.
Yeah. Do now or what? And yes, be a obi ebuafu, but you share the way you be pay job. Obi se kobi menu. Manchester United. National League omo boy, and you no be save wo 1 2 3 dia ka somehow mo pa. England national team o ka ho ba 30 bench. Wa ma Ghana. Obi se Odei friends saying BB Odei. No bo Chelsea. And Odoi. And Nketia. Nketia so. Ha. Wo mu nyina no sanka ye ne brain ake ko na ye ahwe o mo ho. So mo kenkan de ekoso.
I didn't know when you breeze uncle for you. Entuntum pa untumi kun wa hanwe wo kokopɛ World Cup aje. I don't understand it.
But you see the American is say wo hwe Morocco say at this moment Morocco ni bia ye wo na outside Morocco bia no obepe so obama Morocco instead of a bia wo no e dey bintra. They've developed their football. Oko Morocco, the facilities are there. Everything is there. So they feel even they have the joy, of playing for Morocco. But here is the case of Ghana. The facilities are not here.
Training from Ghana.
Infrastructure no.
Entuntum bo untumi nkum wa ha entuntum eda ho ma malaria wo kopel World Cup aje. How is that possible?
Say the infrastructure na bibia to na bibia ho ha. You will see it we will attract the players. And you say the baby chase home. Because they will have this sense of pride and the rules of Mama Ghana so be born in the career. Then they will come.
I will say
yeah. Come Holland in Morocco born. There was this Rafael van der Vaart, the old Dutch player. And also Holland for Morocco. But the truth is, they preferred Morocco above Holland. They were born in Holland, they grew up in Holland, but they preferred Morocco. Yeah. Because over the last decade, Morocco has put the infrastructure in place and the management in place to ensure, they put their people together, they train them, and they develop them. So right now, they were what? Almost semi-finalists last tournament. It's almost last 16.
Last 16. I'm sure Monday more.
I'm sure they will move now. I'm bet you. So say you are starting and developing a game in-house. Ni a hear the grassroots football. Ni a hear there be a coaching up players. There be a bit chisa enkusiaga. Cape Verde omuchini players so, but they make sure say they have the infrastructure also in the country. And when they come directly, part of the Cape Verde for the maybe Holland, Rotterdam no movie. Right, but when they go back to Cape Verde, they put them together. They have the infrastructure for them. They've developed them to this level. Curaçao, almost all the players of Curaçao were born in Holland. But when they went back, they made sure that they have the facilities and everything. They went about World Cup.
How much population is it?
It's about 150,000 or so.
And 30-something million.
Okay. So you see, when we develop our football in-house, it will even attract more the foreign-born players, the foreign-based players to even come. We don't have to chase them. So see, I need your homework. The human if you any year, say the engineer canon. Send tuntum cry into me.
No, mean to us, last 2 years. Last 2-3 years. Yenti Hana FIFA can't say in Kaya, you tell you, back boy, my stadium, baby. So, I wouldn't say, yes, you should be beyond so. Sasama can naturally receive to say, a brave FIFA can't, and can your man be a sub wood and penny, and yet Junior Quetria. I can take care of no Babaya, Kumasi sports to the Babaya, any takrade, any Cape Coast. I can be here to the Esipon. Yes, it doesn't be no, just say a Gukura and Yakura.
Last time I tell you, the some years ago, there's a Yakura, but I can say, follow him. Yes, see, I guess you come. I am said them because I didn't say yes, you need to. Open me, Buvu. I was say, my relax. I am said them because we share the way and the Mekona. As I didn't say, yes, you could see a Ghana Man Soccer Academy. You say, one. I wore. I just flock and son. I pram baby. Ukwa sase dana, ukwa Bopatabina. Ayi bi na che say na so ye chiro sika esi e de akwa wura ho pa ho bedwuru anyway enye si awie but still Ghana Blasters it is finished ni nara so Kofi Kenata onyom no so dia hate pa kakareka ye sorry e be bo ansa ne sorry so na ye dia
ono obo kakareka
obo sanwumi you say Ghana Blast Yeni Abraham
it is really modum
and one no your best say and pay me share me intro na say me can be say wo ho kwan say obe bibia mama na yeni na ye bebo nyina say ye nyina tie nyan anka you Dubai, Ghana to say Dubai, Ghana to say America, Ghana to say you be na ye na be kakra no man gina be agina no. And so say the Ibrahim say we FA president. Or say Ghana Football Association. Ye liga ye boy. Me name one single player I would team be more Ghana. One. Me name be one. Me I gas goalkeeper here I saw kwoti enemy. Onu kro wempo. So ono o machi. Apart from ono kra nye blaster yi kura na oba mu kra nka yeti ni din a me blaster me Ghana player bi or ball league or Ghana me ba ko kra me ni di so be follow football pa enti no say fe no ye we fe president a won fa fe ni say ayo mo personal property bi
no na me kan ye
enti de mo pe no de ye
o kan association no as me bisa sima no ni club ni hwe nso woni abre association for I mean it was you
that's it de me nya ni enko yensem so anyway enso atoto ni ma sisi ene nsam abiba ba ye hu ni nyina ati ni nyina na ma me hye feel so engineer na amonkote ya last year ye din komo fi ha pa e no kuriya Ayesua ni yensua de anase ayobo apayo because 3 years ago you can 2 years ago you can last year you can asam corona you can ade corona nso ana ekoso you say this ka wurom you this ka wurom you this ka but I don't know yenso hu nsem ayiri fa ye wai wo de watenam wonim say the city be bia wori na se fo nyina bepem de what is sally and wo nche yin to be sia
okay so ade ade ba ko pa nka obeka say ade we ya na problem but enya ade ba ko
okay
nti na mana ye potokaza because I complex kakra so what I say because flash flats no nyama esi ensuo ho kwan say teneko no eno na ebe koso sa situation we ti nyama na ye nyama bai ensuo kwan da ho a ye nsi dan ensi nsuo kwan no so dem che no say nsuo kwan da ho a ye nkonko ye nyama bia wo nsuo na no nsuo no kwan na no so ye udi ukoko impede nsuo no in any form ebe create flood so dem che nyina no yakokɔ abruchire yakokɔ abruchire akɔno nam ho abi akɔtena ho a na yasa back what was the building code no there is no way you be allow ma wunsuo na free win chance da so no abegu form it doesn't add up. I was say your rain harvest plumbing system uko Germany a oni beji keke ya connecting nyina to river obi afie underground ya ye nyina enti nsuo na eto no de no abegu form agu form because in chance dance no se nsuo no ku chance dance a increase ni velocity no won so no so enti begu form a na atwe anwea na kogu gota no enti gota no nsuo pe ne sese fam anwea kogu mu a abeda na nsuo akọ the following nsuo ebeto no ebeda na akọ ana yesusu yesi dan na wi a ofa yi dan enemy dan no ye jai be soil no wo ana ye de praye atoso nti de bia na opra no wo be yi top soil na free ho nti nsuo ni begu so no na yi erosion nti obeko yin crass na abo se dan si ho na dan foundation ni na apiepie because ya prasa ma nsuo ni so free chance dan so awhuru ni nyina akobuo nti obo se ba bia wo be fa wa kra bia no nsuo na egu efom no ati anwea kogu gota dada
example kra ni se wo fi moose batantra answer be do go e ho no won say be ponus first na kente sa na so be ye aye ni be 2 years ni nso ta kakra kakra di roshi no ba man say anwea no kra be gu ka kwan no mu
correct so dem che nanti wo ye ni sa wie na anwea ni kotan gota no mu a na fe almighty enwura eno so abepi so na fe gota no asi enti ne kese mu ne de yehu wo gota ai nsuo akese no mu no meka chance dan so de ne nsuo na ewo gata na ewo wo yemfichire no na kese no eno so sanet ekono ofa ye water basins 5 or say omo de milanti se sojafo no amiti sojafo no na omo di baku bi abeka ho so de meche enti se yemfa ne se nsuo ni free ai mountains no so na e ba ye wo chain mountains na surround Accra no from the shy ekopiem wo ai Ekrapi mountains no ebepiem wo nsanwo ma deso ho no kopiem wo Makati Hill water basins no enamu eba enti so udu abokobi side ho no na free aburi na eba no bepiem wo domi taifa sa nsuo na nam ho na bepiem wo ebehia onyanhia ne odo ka price ho no activities wo ekwan no su no nyina no ade a impede nsuo no enti se block a nsuo no be dan ebe create ai even say flooding ni nyina akoye dem na aye de be ye etwe ko a ne ya start ne ye de ye enti obi bi bisa se den na nsuo no kwan no ye close no with development so nse na zinche
we de ti ayi mfoni aye yi mfoni aye yi sisi aye gile show TV si so wo hwe ni ye pa wo se commentary bi kura wa chire prince anka ye tie onipa na samo ka no ba bi potia ade ne koso no na ye tie
Admo, where are you? Look at human being house where human being lives. Nadmo, where are you? This is at Boom, Kokompe. The other end too. Nadmo, where are you? Look at house close to a bridge, a big gutter.
Utie abrante na som no kan na o se pokompe bibi ba edan no bridge kakraka pa no edan no ben no e na wato wall it na age bridge no nso na be se age fa ye be videos how do be opani bi na be assembly ekọ na ono so aye we sida na gata no ye fia kitikiti we se wa mia gata na mada kitikiti aha we dem yenti ko twetwe course o yenti.
Yes. I'm asking, you constructed this gutter? Were you the one?
Yes.
Did you consult the assembly?
Yeah, we come there. We come there last and come and contract. One Mr. I had to recall upon.
One Mr. Opon.
We come there and come and contract.
So he was the one who gave you the dimension that you should use for the construction of the drain.
Yeah.
Sure. Are you sure of that?
It's not around now.
Please, respectfully, you may have to pull on hold this job. Okay. Because I'm going to inform the MCE and then the engineer. They will come back to you and look at the soil you are even using.
We stop it. We are using corridor and this corridor and that stone and the dash, and we are using it.
Is that the correct sand they are using?
No, rough sand. This one.
Supposed to use a rough sand.
This one is a.
Rough sand. We tell you that we need we bring this one in the night. When you see 902.
You saw it before you start using. But you saw it. Even if you brought it in the night, you saw it that it's not the correct sand.
Yeah, because of that.
It contains a clay, so at the end of the day, there will be a lot of
when they start the way, I'm not around. So I come and tell them they to stop. So I called, they call me and said they to build this one. Corridor. And this.
Videos are hodo bia ye se na be betumi ade agina so de di enkomo no hwe se de tie na gata ana ya fele ho na ye di tokro fie bi da bo hwe se da wo sitie na the volume of usu e be fa wa ko no it's so huge say entry fasa and won be say say o consult assembly no o say I who one Mr. Opon but Mr. Opon ko ni ho bio
say bi o kasa no wa free Mr. Opon no de na meka no enti say insuo kwan da ho na o impede insuo no kwan in any form a u benya flood ane enso ya tena ho ma encrophobi apekwan afele afro a edida ho a jinsuo ni bi ansa na nsuo no kura akọ ya pekwan bi so aye the rezoning is allowed in the system and is obi opanyini bi wo ho na wo tro letter de ba na say ahai me wo yi bi da manim ha la dade kotopon assembly ho no na omo ayi afro done into mixed use and then say nsuo yi ko hoyi afa no musu na mo done no into mixed use amo asisi adan asisi about 3.2 acres of land na mo done no into residential use no so nsuo no ba o pese nsuo no fine oh dem che no enti I don't know so the say ya na yakoso flooding no me nka se nsuo dodo ankasa no eno so wo ho se bia nsuo bia atoa
volume of nsuo
exactly eno so wo ho but yenso so ye ka ho ena ma sa situation aba
ye share video penin say okwasembe one Mr. Opon if it is true say Mr. Opon bi o ho ampa ne ampa dia so o ho ampa ne say Opon no okohu no procedures so fa so na kotumi gitumi krata edi mu ode be ye adwuma na nkasa no ebi assembly ni baako ena ebi a odi anim na papapa otumi ko yese adwuma yi enti obeka say country hold assemblies responsible say aye mo adwuma no ade na monye
assemblies no de they only a week kakra in terms of capacity to do some of these things some of them chelo enti no who the subon ba omo anyeye because who developer no so also say unim say dey we yenye
and not see the police war no binim say da me yenye no until the police war say we ya dey nya police na bechew na assembly no so assembly no so nim say obi be sit down ba bi e ho no na yenye ti ne ya dey shisha ba assembly no answer be sit down no ko hu assembly no e bia wo mo department we be hwe we
na make no mangrove wetland and ya aba say yen turning into mixed use residential purposes ni nyama la dade kotopon 2020 and na wo ha no minkan yema wa what's the description of site? The site is approximately 3.22 acres and situated behind the Ghana International Trade Fair along the Lagoon bypass and close to the Peshi Lagoon in the La Dadekotopon Municipal Assembly. Heading here, application for change of use of site from mangrove protected coastal water front zone to mixed use. What the application we have to assembly ho ni asesa mangrove no receive nsuo no wo question so na ya ma approval ya nso assembly no because we no pressure ebeba sa nkofo no wo assembly ho so no unim na wa nye sa adwuma we a bebi a wo beka koda no 2020 na omo ya
sa pressure be free fa
above that it is President Mama Eka almost say above order from above we fine because we know ma obi order from above but I'm saying say sir ewe no enti nei na nsu akotado order omusu no I don't understand because patient basin no eno susu da ho a nsu no ba begu lagoon
yeah
and more status edi AC nsu no kwan e bia 10 years ni no nsu to heavy enti no omusisi kakra krai ba no na aye fine ho no so no anadwo omatwe latrite ko feel ho nyina enti no ye kokoye inspection ahai there be say mangrove ndi tetena na high mangrove nti say there yetimisi na omama approval no na yasi dan na sisi so Ramsar site sa na omo eje e na omo sesa no from Ramsar no to residential mixed use.
Reason Korea.
Exactly. The same thing, Pambros. Sa no mo sesa.
Pambros those days.
Chese
kosa. Wo hwebe nkum so a ho ye afọ.
Enti anadwo na wo watwe anwea na akofele ho na wo de letter akọ na ya ma approval no. Na se nsuo no ba afi na wo besu akire me ana wo ye
de. So ma approval ni the first.
Na se
because some na chese so nipa be okosi da no emra ma kwan so okosi wo. Nti approval na de
ma. Dabi aho. De make na se. Wasesa
warizoni
enti obi aba adena sesa say mangrove no wa insisi obekọ mangrove bi ani ho enti mangrove ni ho no o problem ni de wa hibio
but say look as a reasoning one approve reasoning
no say no de enu ye de me kan say ade a yakọ site ho ne yakọ ko nsa fo no da ho ho maso but omo di kan feeling ni na sie no fine ana omo di application aba enti ye be ko no ye cap pictures afro bi ani ho what defending no ho ana won tia se enti na fe nsu no ba na fe ekreti havoc na afi na meneo ye ba be tena ha ni ya complaining o ko hwehwe one Mr. Opon o ko hunu wai
odi ko kra bio
enti say you know me say ye dane dia ma sojafo
ye be no so ye be no so
enti ye ni akoso
ye be hwe ye human activities ne kra kakra
human activities no so no enu susu wo ehun nsemu
bebreti ye be ko another round
okay
because ehun hia me pa abusa pani mu ko be kan say abusa pani akwa aba ada wusi pehwe ball ni bi nti na o de ensuna ambo
the sense of agency be I said there we don't say strikers you know ball on target or go on target in the ground not even one. And people tend to blame some individuals. the system na you play no no the bit to be the defender say no almost a low block no we can block the balls all right but how to attack your opponent go to their territory no I don't know into we a striker we so say when be Messi and Mbappe na say would that ube frying team in boss system na untumi because one year you chase look at somebody and people tend to blame the guy this number 9 how do you call it Jordan. It's so painful. Look at 5 defenders and the man was just running among them. No direct ball. Once in a battle, 2-3 people. They will push you. You see the whole thing. Semenyo. Look at Semenyo. Or the football were cheer and to me a move. But when him who pass or could do to me be Agya Kwabena.
It's a system na moyen na.
System no
technical.
You see me to me no me who say beginning no that 4 changes no. I'm what Ghana Black Stars.
Changes are seen.
Near the Kobo and Ra match no. Oh yeah 4 changes. You see winning team and our solid team our them draw near them. Just maintain them. System now bono. Nkrofo be to me run and war. Nkrofo be to me block we chi wo. Ana ye nipa ba ko keep move for the defender send na ya na move for osan ko pray
nti e be say bibia
chi woni block na ho ni nyina no tokuru bedem
adene ice block
anan kura anan block na anan nti ye si pede well be ma be ye bi na wa ma ye ni nyina at least yang the work on ye mu bide me the blaster we e kwa ni yang aye wo kurom ha ne o magi mu paati e be ka ne kware a tim ni ye tim ni ye tim na mum wo ko wi ni ba ko ne ba anu board ro bi no de ma ye tim ye ya nda so we be ye
nyame boa
but na ade dan kasa no say look at the South African teams here remember what they share winning goals ni nyina e at time and no ade no share early goal and we defend the 14th minute and we defend what modern near boys and we but yene Panama Croatia and share no
Croatia
yes it is second minute and a second goal by anyone
we should see the guy here
it is 6 minutes
only the 2-0
84 minutes
9 minutes
omu nyina African teams ni yi wo ni nyina Cote d'Ivoire ni nyina that you know nti I think your technical bench ni ewom say ye be yenya additional be na fe yenya players obi ti say Kudus me yem empire no wo nyina wona so na fe yem look outside the country bibi ti say Moroccans Morocco for no so nga qualify no most of their citizens have walk outside now winning ball no they call them back because last World Cup we could do semi-final nti enenu say fan crofo no ba even boy o Barcelona kura no bomb Spain no mo fa ni wi but na Spain for America aye move yama o say wan no yes of Morocco nti wo bomb de antwetwe crofo nti ye won crofo bi a wo ye solid a wo betumi aboa mo ma ye nyeda enyaba ayi ne de nkate de hwiagu na ye betumi afa de aye so kenso de ye mfanwe ne aka no ye man kokọ mesesa wo na ne ye ba ye bo no mo
we de yanka ye better by the common but ade ba ku bi ye hwe the way we treat our players kudu to say ono ye star boy
yes
ye hwe bra branch ni prayer no oman as efi no ye hwe say omo eden message be no mo send man no ebia internet so no much we be to say sikudu se pra na Ghana ye bon person no beton in term on behalf of my Ghana na efi no say o hwe kwase no beton in term blah 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 ebia mo kọ ne nchen ekosra no kudu so mo tisem ni di nkomo na anase bia we prampo ntumi nya because minim say according to you know Tottenham for back say me say e mo nwa so man frɛ kudu sama na nko World Cup because o mo share recovery na wa recovery in now
second match no cross
between abobɔ nti e mo nwa so man fa na nko ena wo hwɛ training so ye na sefo ni nyina mo reto abrante no sanka boy press den na bibi anka hu sanka be fe sanka be say be invited krama na back camp
Kobe Kai say I think 2006 I think say Beckham also prize
prize
o prize na mo for in terms of first and second third and so mo de ne koi
women so
to be qualified for any and another World Cup, I think they're winning so it be happening. It be happening.
Recently, Brazil.
Neymar said
star player. Sometimes player no kokras wa mbobia. Present in the camp. And no cry boy. But say those what is the communication between the FA and Neymar no? Let me say that's my okay. What is our communication between the FA and him? Have we been following his progress? The whole turn you him. Said they also Tottenham for a surprising. If the capacity you are following you no good communication. Thank you the status
of our association.
What is the doctors can say almost share more than now. About 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
It's no almost 15 minutes to
no
abadan ne makakra. What is a good so post to blasters crowd and
maybe na no aye baby yen star boy te so no ono ye distributor obetumi 1-on-1 so no
omre mo 20 minutes to full time crank anya bad
and then now
anyway
ya de enkoma shem but ya ni ni say nyame be he nyame so country bi ya so nyame obu ni obu an wo ye wo
soro bo an obu an ho
no wo ngatumi akọ nti ye be mo wo ngamo wo mra na abuga de obe
na coach ni mo ya man kwa na se keep no na
to me no woman ntina na mum on vary ne technical that be a defensive no the year be a yenya kudus money ade then we will see until one stand in the by 1 year or 6 months or 1 year
no work pension we na or 13 years after pension
no but you see
no your money met now
no you see the whole thing when engineer what you say say your young ones linear prempeni or engineer but they do baby we be say wo consultancy
but me can complain main
because anything that say 6 months 1 year na yen hwe say dey betumi avari ye tactics no ye betumi anya obi aka ho ono metena e be defensive setup no e dey me shebu kena na ye obi a obetumi abesoma enye body nam do dey say
But I think say we should get a new person for a long term. Yeah. Now on project. You never have a long term project.
No, stop cap coach.
I know about how many months? 2 months.
At least 2 months. And you saw yes, and no make fire for 2 years. Pensioner no a big 3 aka ho no.
Well, yeah, Abia said yeah okay. Yeah, GFFO.
Okay, association.
Yeah, ready.
Na DF na nya kwesi enya ayi kreku dia o.
Da bi enya ne dia.
O ne nkofo ne nya o.
Enya mu dia o.
Me nya de o.
Na bote
me nya.
O ya association member. Na da na wo paka.
Na me ga na ni ta every right.
It is a GBA for share no mo call ma sama. O be ko obi.
O mo kan
so. Woni ba tu gba dia, ye be tu dia no atum. Ye be ka bi.
Yo.
Ye be ka bi. Say bia ne say insu asemi aye ka insu yiri. Ye nye engineers. In kamuna hesa munya ma asem. But insu ye wa hacken.
Enu dey say nya association be problem. Enu dey ye problem. Enti enu dey different.
Anyway,
blaster no so ta ye Ghana nyina problem.
Na be e dey na ye ko. Who ka association no? Minka mo engineers association ho. Nti be ka mata. Minka ho.
Also pedi. On engineers. The person ko fobia chia po.
Mati ase ka so ye di mu ye. Na ka se ko fobia chia po. No so ye.
Aja mo sukuba. Ha dwene ye ni aye. Me ka one player bi super say Ghana Blasters or Kunhuma Ghana no prayer no. Ye yini maya do level bi a o se ne sanka o da so nyana sanka Ghana Blasters o mo frana nka o mada nti se obi aka bibi sa ato me yes wo den crofo
they are even Prince Poli
ya
no kura so mo de here no
nti
one of
yes
strongest guy no Prince Poli
yes
ono so sa o fi Ghana me ye tini kan biem what ya ye crofo bebre enye sa de dan kasa na muwa
ya ni aye you send down anyway Kwame ya hwe ya modie mu ne yewei oman bia ya kekere nti na so ko ayi enkurasimpo a ya kekere ekura ha ye sidan keke nti se ya si ya kekere ekura ene ekuru ketwa ene kuru kese a ya kekere oman nti se du baabi na se nema bi nko yi a esanse ya demarcate se aha aye park aha se ya bobo wa ha aha ye be market aha ye be we aha ye be we aha ye be say see a deviate from the original plan it is susansoba no matter what ya tenasia according to reports we are making kind of Dr. Kwabena Donko I can say be was say for the past from 12 years in you know Omanga near there about 655 million dollars and you see yeah the year drainage system ne Accra and so no homes himself for 655 what the infant say be $600 million na se kan see a pompe e de go system no mu say ye fa nye nsuo ye pipe agata mu ye nye ne amsere be nsuo nyini fa na say that so we mu a Kwame what exactly is the problem
that's the kind I say me buy me shedan chia nti ma me chia hwefo nene mo ye wo studio nyina chia mo de to so no be de chia kese fi Dr. Baumia ho e brega na fo nyina Binia, asma okay there no credit. But say the engineer see shall say no. Problem no nya de back. We have root causes and nyina kabum. And abe say problem. It is all solve so the solution is enya de back. You have to solve it through several means. Enti no mate se nkrofo ka say any diska ato ho basika no kakra bi ne code drainage. But there are several facets of solving this problem. And so we Garrett project now, it had about 5 components. You know. So those 5 components, you know, bako drainage na other one, and so no making sure say the municipalities know, the assemblies know, they have the right capacity. And there's some small gutter dredging and some small and so on. And one of them, of course, project management, and also a part of the component, you know. And some of it is solid waste management, because we share flood ECV in Sunuchi, you know, which is a bola baby, and into your management of our solid waste, no, and so can and a flood missing. Your best or any baby into your ball and then go for 2 gatem. Ubit mi kofa aboboya load of bola. Inse so de beko dam site no na ko jegu baby. Inse am manage sa solid waste nso ya and also no be problem. Inti no so ka component no. Inti se o hwe sika ya se ya use ya. There were several components of the project. And ekom. Now let me correct some miscommunication about the Garrett project no. The Garrett project started in 2019, and it was a $200 million project, and it was based on these 5 components. And one of the components was, Mami, ensure the correct name, no, so the way I mean, the name was Contingent Emergency Response Component. That was the 5th component of the Garrett project. And no chase says, at BC Ghana, because our Garrett project. Esi pese making sure say aturenche mu nsi nso yiri mba but aturenche mu si a na project no ma ho kwan si etimi diska ne bi ekoboa yesterday project and I say approve project 2019 Fofian Twata na COVID esi here and the COVID see here no na yesa aban pesika near the COVID management ye nyina ye wa ha yinim the way aban no born home modern time COVID see here ebedu baby kra no Ghana was a star country and other countries, so at the young but it's a question at the FA. All those COVID management activities in Ukraine, this is kind of free everybody. Into World Bank agreed, said that component now that contract in the project in the yeah, withdraw some of the money to manage COVID. And now we about 61 million, 65, I think it was between 61 65 million, let's say 65 million or so for the COVID management and relief in the day exajuma. After COVID and so war in Ukraine this year to delay the project in a little bit. But government who say ade EPCN was our project no. Eswati. Insi are making sure say yes can be aka ho a the EPCN ntimi nye. So government then renegotiated with the World Bank to extend the project one and also to add additional 150 million to the project. This was after the COVID money was spent. It's in yes project near 350 million. And you could 61 or 65 million acquire COVID. It was 200 million originally and was supposed to end in 2025. But due to COVID, any sikana the course that fifth component American was a mean. We then sat down at the table with government, with the World Bank, to renegotiate and replan the project and add additional 150 million to the project. Enti ansana MPP government before I now all these components no be in far advance. Matisi because say edisi can be acquired training near the other. Yet engineer can machine be say the municipalities non as assemblies and sometimes capacity near low. So some of the monies were used to build up the capacity of those at the assemblies. So this is not sika. Ebia yen use ni. So what person will solve that flooding as the weekend? There are several facets of solution, and the training was one of it.
Yen share bibi Kwame. Yen share say ebra COVID buy no. Yenim say World Bank for ne amefo e bi so yasene e wo sika fam. Yenim say individuals ay yankran Ghana ha ay contributions be the boy. Yenim say Africa Development Bank nso amay sika. Enti yen share World Bank sika odema yen purposely for COVID. I think about $1 billion US. I am a friend say nya wo ho. Ankran dia any corporate Ghana the the boy any Africa Development Bank so the omde MIA even Japan government so ebe boy other countries so be man sika any for all that sika any sanko here ba system even say the $60 million every COVID year mu esika Gary sisi mu ni san be kan ho e dia pa na me say e dia say sika be brebe ni nyina no e dia pa na ye di ye COVID ni mu amane ye so extraordinary a ebi si da because me ye hwe sika dodo a ye say wabom na kire wado sika dodo e ko ye ko COVID management of COVID mu and any impact enya our system no mu a wo de tutun a etumi eyeye sa because because mu ya wiram kakra.
You see, said the President before the kind, you know, time of COVID by, you know. The famous CEO said, we know how to bring back the economy, but I don't know how to bring back life. So whatever we have to do to save life, we have to do. Yeah. And it was not only in Ghana. Oko amanonina na sa maya biana. They spent to ensure say they save lives. And time of COVID see, you know, no be any however I could do. Say Oshe even ya brabo mukra na. Time COVID by nose masks and ne say one city cry in. COVID by near thought say. COVID by because the everyone say atoyenche man say the emergency na happen no. And no be because all of the some of the expenditure as a government is way you know. They have to do it. Teacher for almost 6 months. It you omuka. Next for no forefront no. You more extra money. You ma eduane. Now World Bank create my that was what I say 1 billion. If enka accounting now year, why would World Bank also allow the money for 60 million we enquire at for? So say person discussing and as you audit the expenditure during COVID. I think as a country we can call for that and then concentrate on that. I don't have a problem with that. We can do that. But to say you spend this in without getting into the details, COVID is CA. There's no BIM session. No BIM to survive. I bet you wouldn't say unia on and no. I bet you with me. It was that dire. But they say no. you free munti na ye kan if so na COVID by na yes there be na the name and the process here the audit of COVID expenditure we can do that but the fact remains there was a component in the Garrett project which allowed the use of the money for such emergencies.
What can be about training capacity building in Asifo? And to say build the capacity in Palma because I don't know where you are. Unum said in Fasobi Baba. You share the capacity building, and for some time about some more mine. You're to the AC one.
So you see, like I keep saying, say I don't know multifaceted, right? Untiminya bako. Esa we yetwaso no nyina beka bom na ayeye. I don't know. Say omo e training omo no. If can train omo whether they could have responded the way they have responded when if NADMO any the assemblies no. That one I can't sit here and say. I've not seen any report of its evaluation. So I have to get that and maybe we can look at that. But definitely, if the training was supposed to be given that's been given her, then we have to look at its evaluation and see the training. No, but I think some draw projects. No, those that drew the projects felt the need to train certain people, and that is what they did. They felt the need. Say the dam site. No, we have to improve it. That is why they put that waste management also in that. So all the things that they felt the need. Say bebwa I may reduce and I say yama flood na form no, and I'm share a project ni. And then only this why ya be simple way. Time na MPP fra ba no. Na drainage systems be 9. And I either send the ma contract answer ni ashase. It na ya ban or buy say it be I can say ban e to aso. Government is continuing say what balance will be ya to na say to aso. But say the World Bank so any report no buy that delay no enso kan obi. Obi nim ense ya ka we be see na say esi. But at least Quebec form. So for me, there are several facets of the solution, and it's a long-term solution that we must look at. Say CAA, ADCA, I buy the 300 million. Initially, they say 350, but I say 300 million cedis. I say 200 because the relief, and the 100, and so abwa the silting and all those things. Inti asemsi gidi ye ko peska naba aden ye tena ho ma asemsi asa na peska naba aban ba in 2025 omo ba sika na project ni de ye adwuma mo twini nyina ekogu aban ho the project stalled
identity
so omo be hwe no mo and it's not only this project omo twins ke free ho I was me wo PPA na we were working on a communication project omo ba ye mo yi sika nyina free ho project installed for about 1 year up to last month and send a consultant away project so the Ghana electronic procurement system for 2 years ni ntianika there because abanya is kind of alternate normal ntinya sa Gary project nko na omutwi say for general thing omoye but it affected the Gary project as well. I must say I feel almost the 10 million call back. I say the beginning of the year the call back. So if we don't continue certain things that have already been in place, Emma or Harbour, 2015, and June 3rd this year, 2013, now Abai saw the need to say, SCA long-term measures to solve our annual flooding. Yeah. So they tried to initiate a project called Conti, and a project end to initiate. Unfortunately, Ebianke Shesa project is ASEA and June 3rd NC. But ain't me a chance in June 3rd see. Go forward 2026. NDC buy project Ikoso and a most only project. Again, so it's not say sometimes we lack the ideas and answer the solutions. Sometimes the solutions are there.
What politicians
but it's implementation.
Because I remember video bi oho na Ura Ibrahim Mahama abribi edu ya nanka otete Odo River no mu yeti nsem a esisi ye oga satam na Ura Collins Dauda ona na local government minister na wobra woye se wote Odo enso no mu no yehu nia politicians eye wo Ghana ha na mepese Prince Sanka video na ready yenti asem opanini kan ye if I say the Omai Ghana machine samano tipa truck samano so one fa any who send be more the minus for that say me is somewhere around 2013 2014 and as a video no as Jumedi the course e wo Odo River no please video na ready aka bo me yetie kakra bi a eye Ibrahim ne de no yetie kakra na fie wi asan aba
Ghana they solved this drain that really cost lives a few months ago. So if you've come here to see, it's actually a day and night operation. We work day, we work night to be able to fasten the job. But the job is not a small job. The job likely could take a year, could take a year and a half, but we are at it. And government is supporting us with equipment and fuel to be able to fuel the job. And our contribution is the personnel and the supervision of the job. If government gives me a truck to work and I don't put my name, and next in the truck is actually in magazine and they are selling, they are breaking the parts and selling it, what do I say to government? And with us as a company, we need to ensure all the equipment such that if it kills anybody, if it runs into any, if it gets bent, it gets stolen, we are covered. That's why we need to put our stickers on them. Stickers don't mean ownership. Stickers just mean who is using it, and that's why we put them on there. But I wish to stop because a good man is never honored in his own country, and that's what I feel. I mean, I've been wanting to engage the media for them to know the extent of work. The work is not easy. As Ghanaians, let's get together and clean our homes. We can't be waiting for Conti to come and say they are going to come and clean the drain. This is what I do for a living. I move earth and I get paid by the cubic meter. If I'm idle and waiting for my next job elsewhere, maybe in the mines, and I can offer my service with my boys being idle and not working, unemployment, where I could use the boys to be able to do this job, for us to see as Ghanaians that we can do this job within in-house. We don't have to always wait for foreigners to come. We're waiting. Even when the foreigners come, they will hire my workers like this to do the job. So why don't we start doing it for other lives to be lost? That's why I've taken the initiative to do it. I've done many jobs like this. It's likely that you've not heard it. The motorway failed. The foreign companies told us that it would take 3 months. In 5 days, I fixed the problem. That's what I do for a living. And I'm glad you've come here and you've seen all the equipment that belongs to government working on this job. I don't have a contract with government. There's no contract. If it's a contract, it will be tendered, and everybody will see that it's tendered. I don't have a contract. I don't need a contract to do this job. Let me explain something that really helps me as a contractor. In my field, I'm the only local contractor on that level competing with foreigners. And if when I'm not working in that field and I have skillful people who I have worked for a long time with, I think that it's my duty to do service, to use the same right skilled expertise to be able to clean up the country.
Where 2015 thereabouts wabra Conti Kwame ebo so no sanhihye na bande ba no say ye ntena se nya hwe han san say ye ka say ye betete gata mu a ai se twa kwasi broni ma ne ba ansare atati mu enya de ye me Ghana ni me wadwuma efo betuma ye adwuma no eno nti mfidie a ye de be ye no ne se aban mfidie ni siso mo fa nya hwe mo fa mra na me ma me mra ntia ni adwuma se ne be boa me atete eye odonso no mu na ye tinse mo sisi ye wo Ghana ha oye du ba bi no na so jai because I don't know where they are check. We are the qua now so. And ye yanshare need ye na war ye no sabre no. Na ye fan to say edu baby no ye twesi kama asoye bi say asoye no enhwe enyi sa the same Odo River no mu. Na sika no about 30 something million US dollars. Abra na ma Mrs. Rider pa ye so afo no. $43 million. That's it. Sanka ye jai ana ka ye anya na manyosem ana ka ye ma ebia owura Ibrahim ama oye adwuma na titi mu adu baby no so fe de wa ya ma na adu baby ana ka obi ba na ko so ba beto aso a anka bi anka betumi anka ntumi mmoa wɔ kwan bi so kwame yɛhwɛ politics a yɛde wurawura nneɛma mu ɛsan so nipa no wɔ ho nimdeɛ na sɔpɔ sɛ ɔbɛbɛboa na yɛyɛ ne si na ɔde amemmerɛfe agya adwuma no a ɛnkɔ nti ɔman no.
For me, yeah, Kwame, the issue is transparency. Right, the issue is transparency. If you remember correctly, vividly, at that time, what we were told to say, Ibrahim Mahama, Boa government are buying at the city, the machines that could go. That was a story that was around. Until you broke out later, say, machines in Crown and they are buying there. There was no transparency from the onset. And you know, that also fuels speculation. Now, if you are not transparent about A, what about B? So one, it starts with transparency. Two, Ibrahim Mohammed Kasano, or say at that particular moment, you know, Onye Juma, the staff no idle. And you know, if you say so, may idle there, or make my baby Juma Abwa or mine. What if I did China's Onye Juma or the Mokwana? What is a guarantee to government? That's your minor. Say, are the Chinas Onye Juma? We need a contract to be out. It was started, that's how the Chino Onye Juma work. Into me, monosobo. But
how would that only on money in the contract to be
exactly. I'm just talking about the risks that is involved for the country as well. So, say, a bit like us, oh, Nippon person or boy, maybe. I have my neighbor, I am on things must be transparent.
Let us say, actually, you be who said, and then the machines, and I buy machines no use. I sign in your dear, and your car, I'll be to know Hano, as a Messica, says a switcher. I trust you.
I send the minimum into Jai, and the other one, the minimum into be honest, I can't say any day be honest. I don't know why.
Say any young one, you must somewhere called Swagana.
Oh, but I make say is the facts that you're transparent, and that these are sad in Quenya, you say in the buy. If come from the onset, be beard say Ibrahim Mahama person boy. Now I buy machines do say it's no or the nipa do say boy the project no be take it this long. No be we are. If it's transparent no be we are that one. Nobody has a problem. But you see, at the end of the day, no, a human way you. What is so kind? The Juma why only Juma at that particular moment. It will Juma so does it mean say when you Juma be jahako and as when you Juma they are feed see tu and cancer not 20 man.
You find the sawama kwan be fie. Na oye o ma me aduane na say obi eye bi obi o ma me aduane. Wa ma kwan wa be fie student. Nti oba obi so ma me mu a si obi school a
oba kwan be fie a
obeja wa ko.
Oba kwan be fie a in time a oba in time a obeko. Only time I so when you Juma that particular.
Nti sanko enti se ye nim no kra no so ye asa nya hwe e bia no du baby na so wotuma ye adu ha e na se do de o adu ha no so de busumi mienu bi so miensa kra na ye nya osuahunu kakra enti so no kokra na o man to bi nyina de o ye no so nto aso se wo ye adu ha na ye so nya mfa nto aso
and America said the non-transparency of the whole issue is what caused all this brouhaha. If we have been transparent, government has been transparent about it from the start. Say nipa na boy for 2 months or boy for 1 month or whatever month based on this agreement. There should be an agreement between Obi Oyajumama government. Agreement doesn't mean say there should be payment. If it's on voluntary basis, there should be agreement. There should be conditions to that voluntary activity now. But here there's nothing. Nothing. How is the country protected?
Say Obefania they acquire now.
What if say machine is in Zoom? Obi can obey you. But there's a possibility. On machine that in Zoom, we know Jahoko. What is the liability our government will against him?
Can that be possible?
No, but there's a possibility.
And it's why don't we think positively when it comes to negativity?
Say, Bibia Konokra, and Kayeni police, and Kayeni lawyers, and Kayeni prisons. Boy, if you ask them, say them penny cannot join Papa and Arjun Bonnie. That is why I will be called. There should be an agreement. There should be conditions. A bank should not be conducting any project without any agreement or any conditions. Unless say we are to BSC say the in Swahili obi share why is he going free and the urban wa ko yi no later na kan ho asem. But we shouldn't be going into these kind of agreements where there is no final written agreement or conditions. Condition ben or the boy machines no be use my uncle and that's what me go use no from. All these things are not we're not there.
Okay.
So if you don't have a clear agreement and it's not transparent,
that's it.
You will get all these rumors and all these noise and all this brouhaha.
Okay.
So I think for me it's the cost of the government in the San Omar.
That's it. I was saying, yeah, sure. What's your question? Some more Kenya. We are not discussing that particular assembly, say no na a topic for discussion, but a can be. It's say you say enkaneno na ye de kwasafu dwuma na na edisi esiku. Ye do dukro hene bodawura na ye nyina chogbo ye obi a de obi be obi otumi drop a nti amano do obi otumi tugata mu pa mane ye obi otumi prapa obi otumi de hweba ro sesa nyapa ye ni nyina ka bom sa no bi a play the role. Ebe wie na kuru na fefe sa de asi ya na edi ye ho abro am ye do ba bi ababedure isanse sa wo hwe a the amount of money ye se ya pompe konti anye ye garip eno so ye hu sika akobu no sa wo de toto adwuma ye se ya ye ho a ene ni hia sika ya kom se di adwuma ampaniam pa anka sei na tibia wemu na ka ebia abusuapani ye wa na
ya Kwabena meda se na memfa efri so nchi a mempanifo ne menu ya no ma ye hia ne wankasa na ahwefo na ya
abusuapani
wonga insuno efa wonga neema wonga japade ahwere na wonga ahwere wonga japade na wonga wonso ahwere won adehye nyinara wonga fa nsuyiri mu ne atoyire nchami mu ahwere won kwabia no amampani mahama ene na bedi akiri Professor Jina no kokura jima sei o abusuafo ni nyina ya akọ na wonhye den na wonti ena oho edibu o ma no ti abusuafo nyina amenso metai o medima ahode ntai chi sei ye mamo die yakọ na monhye den so ejayante eyi ba ku mienu mfo onim June 3rd emze mempenfo ene wa hwefo e wa won kire me say I'm wrong ebia June 3rd no enye nsu yiri ne kuma nipa no eyo ja eye siwe na eliki no e friends no na obi di jakot 2 months oye indomie o say we chi wona e pai ja no e do na di owu bai nte ya ne aka June 3rd disaster nsu yiri ne yiri insu yira bade jano ene kuma nipa no ebi aba studio ha abekasa ed won hu
memi di pa
akam ne ade ahyehyw enye insu ne kuma nipa no
but the areas are insu yiri no efa nipa ho do bi wo areas
yes
but ye can the pay wu ye pa
na eyo
jane na e man ko basa
e wono efi Ibrahim Mahama engineers and planners no yenti asese enye Ibrahim Mahama no ko kan say or the machines na ye adwuma. He never said it anywhere. Eye ye nuanom MPP fo rempe ene ne nuanom one and was setting one questions one nana komia na no lead pa me kai pa nana komia me nua payere be me kai pa one starting etutugum ena Ibrahim Mahama o mampene ne to so no the contract ama ne nua ena ne din etare government machines ho na woni mo so saw anwea na otu anwea no so sawa onampo ho o de famoto we no so ko echirichiri nti wonga wo be hu sa anwea no egu truck no mu no government trucks na engineers and planners stick at the bottom wo say o de twa business. That was the whole propaganda against Ibrahim Mahama. Is that what they say? It's no one starting and walking can and talk of him. And no nema Ibrahim Mahama back out by a press conference. What on your Taikasa or your press conference was hard on. Okay, no catching yes. Me a former Jumana Mayor. Utiene Casana woman was at the prefix or media up toward the down. Also, on no Nedumo earth work. On no Ampunia, no, nti sɛ adwuma no obetumi ayɛ sɛ ne nkurɔfo no wɔ fie wɔni adwuma yɛ oni contract bia but opeso wo mu a wo hwɛ your duration of that project o say between 1 year and 1.5 these are into what if you na mo betumi aboa no the one because o tia wonka o
o ti fie me
yes o ti fie o tia wonka nti sɛ ɔman na adwuma ba na nso yiri nkurɔfo a ma me mmura na mo mɛyɛ adwuma mo fa mo machines ma ɛna wo kwae no so camera square no wo yɛ adwuma no sɛ adwuma corona na mo se mo mpɛ sɛ Ibrahim ma yɛ ne free no ɛno no wo yi $43 million a ebi kɔ hyɛ nkurɔfo mpaase wo ɔmanyim the same job obi yɛ ne free obi fa sɛ sika am wo so wo ne kotim yɛn hu anoda ɛma ne yɛwɛba bewie de ayɛwie na memra yɛyi nsɛm no pɔ na kasa so ɛgya ɔman a yɛte mu yi adeɛ a mehu sɛ ɛyɛ adwuma paa yɛnhyɛ mmara sɛ yɛnhyɛ mmarahyɛ ɛno no yɛyɛ ade bylaws rules ɛno no Ghana yɛyɛ expert na mmom to implement the laws ɛno ne asɛm no sɛ mmara no yɛde bɛyɛ adwuma na yɛhu sɛ mmara a yɛahyɛ n'ani na wei na ɛsi yɛde yɛgya ɛna na aka yɛn ɛno ne yɛn Ghana yɛn problem nyinaa na nka ɛbaa ne dɛn ɛna tetefo no a yɛsi wɔn ankɔ school no mpo na wɔnim wɔn homa nkɔ akyire no wɔhwɛ yɛn ahu sɛ aha yɛ ɔtare mu Ramsar site aha yɛ flood prone area nti yɛnsi biribiara wɔ so yɛnyɛ biribiara ha yɛ buffer sɛ wo kuro no mu na ɔman no mu nyinaa no yɛgyigya wo Ghana no ɛm sɛ engineer Amonkota ɔna wɔ ha yi na wɔ sɛ yɛwɔ buffers nko a ɛwɔ Ghana ha yɛ 18 big buffers a sɛ nsu no tɔ sɛ dɛn a ɛno na ɛmɛkɔ akɔta yɛ ma ɛbɛgye no na akyiri atɔ no bɔ na asen akɔ akɔgu pum moma example of Pambros menim sɛ mpɛdefo no bi kasa wɔ ha ɛgya Pambros wonim ɛmmerɛ a Pambros wɔ hɔ no a yɛtu kwan mede sɛ meyɛ fante nti me kwa wobɛhu sɛ gu obi ɛhɔ na no wɔtu nkyene nti sɛ mene obi nam na ɔnim kwa na mɛdi wɔ pɛ me de ha na nkyene no wɔtu no ha na wɔtu no na makyerɛ na mede adwa m'anum ɛfɛdi all of a sudden ɛgya wɔn akɔ fail with solid waste nyinaa na wɔbɛdi kan ayɛ asa na wɔyɛ ne wɔde bɔɔla ɛna ɛdi kan gu ase na starte anya fapem no na nsu na dondong na atena ase ansa na wɔde abo saa amofra electric adamofra dai abo bi na wɔkɔ tipo no na wɔn akɔ tipo a gu a na wɔn anya platform na wɔn starte e develop asat Pambros asɛm a yɛ kan ne trɛw na amofra no brɔfo kasa sɛ ne trɛw na ne bae no na baby a ɛwɔ about 2010 hɔ no ebesi saa bere no 50% ɛkɔ nkurɔfoɔ afa nti ɛsɛ hu sɛ nsu na ɛtɔ na nka ɛbɛkɔ na ɛkɔkɔ tae hɔ na atɔ no bo na ayɔ nkakra na ɛde akɔ po no mu na ebi nsu adondɔn asase no nkurɔfoɔ ba bɛ fail saa 50% ɛna wɔn afa yɛka kpeshi wɔn kpeshi no sɛdeɛ ɛyɛ asa yɛ nuanom a wɔwɔ da area da nsu ni fa wɔn vrɛ ɔda yi chado nsu bi da saa hɔ no na ɛyi engineer ɛka asɛm saa nsu no wɔfrɛ no kɔɔjɔ ntenkran bɛ saa na wɔ pronounce ɔne ne kɔɔjɔ ebi wɔn afɛlɛ da nsu yiri wɔn no ɛno na ɛbaa ɔsɛ ɔka beebi ɔsɛ wɔ mangrove ɛyɛ brɔfo na wɔn ankasa de kɔ apply then ɔsɛ mangrove protected area protected wɔn kasa biribi yɛ protected awɔ no yɛbɔ ho ban nti nsu no ba na ɛbɛta ɛwɔ saa mangrove no mekae sɛ mmere bi koraa yɛyɛ mmɔfra wɔ bɛma camp yɛkɔ wɔkɔ yi mpataa wɔ mu nanam yɛkɔ yi mpataa wɔ mu ma mekɔtia baabi nyame nkoa da gye me nka memɛ menka wonye mɛ kama yɛ yi dadaada hɔ wote ase nti saa ne wei nyinaa na nkaba bɛdi wɔ fiti 2012 to 2026 no saa land no half ɛfa nso kɔ and the nipa tete sa order what to sa say no e ja hwe wonsu what if nipa na tete dan the kind of building this is wo to hwe nipa ko to say nipa wo well to do we be wo wonsam na sam krofu ya bi wo wonsam no won akwakofa atechem otare afili any ball and nua ni mura ni ade afili a won asi won daga siso enu na chi na nsu na yiri won no won asa nkofo ni twa won kofra bansa ban na ba won ka the very people are won encroaching the am perpetrating illegality on Ghanaians, you know. The same people who call NADMO, they will call military, they will call fire service, they will call police to come and rescue them. So one man one nama castle one to one one. The same people. 2012 to 20 said the American half of the land and I echo. Now call Joe stream in America once a month. And then they feed it into Peshi Lagoon. Na Peshi no etumi atwetwe ne boko de ayi akopum. Na ma won ewo area ho nyina no wo ho ato won. Ba ne wo eto no sa Peshi Lagoon ne ko ibo friend say call Joe no. Ne wo eto na me wo ho from 2002.
Any the train no.
Ne train no fi 2002 2002. Eba be si me person me nya correct date no e ma wono wo de 2002 no na ne wet ne letre wono ne ye 261 meters sa Peshi Lagoon no and call George stream no ne ye 261 meters 202 sa na yesu letre otenin e fi wona bepim 2013 aye 2013 eja wonim say na aka e reduce bedu 21.
Hey.
Yes. 21 meters.
Next 240 ashia.
Shiegu wonafa. Nkofo na me say we educated we sikafo wonim de no. Wonafa ma abeka 21 meters. 211 meters. 211 from that 2002 to 2013 no. If you want to by 2022 nkofo na bomodin ya enkrochia ma shrink ya ba bedu 19 meters. 19. And plenty I mean okay say 2026 as I'm talking to you no. Atubia shrink ya ba bedu 10.6 meters. From 261 2002. How many years? About 24 years no. Ya fa asasina ye 241 ni nyina ya yi 261 no
ye 251
ya yi 251 efiso na katem. Nti what do you expect? Nti ba bi enyire no se nsunu to wudi nyame kwa no hu ye mobo se nsunu to 2 days Kasamba just Sunday to Monday 24 hours keke enumre to abechen enini nti se nsunu to asukọ Tuesday nka ye nyina e be yira because just 24 hours.
No
24 hours.
Eja junior yes me in sunu toy out of 30 days you know in sunu nkuwa for 22 days. Junior in sunu to 22 days 8 days pe de nya ye ho fadi. It is July ba na say July ba 15 ka ho e dey besi. Sanko fuya na mababa he na me fiwo na me nchire another one me nchire another one ba wi ebien wow na to so ebien sa East Legon ya East Legon boundary na uhwe won boundary road wono there is a water your friend no Tessa Dam Tessa it was our East Legon Hono, boundary road. Meaning say we are correct. When you say ya promoting ba afans asenama ya chewe bi 50% ko. That one. Inti ni fi popo no so ne ade na ba. Inti be kwakota hono.
Be mu hamu chema duonu
50% eko. Inti sunu ba e be jiwa ade aka na ese.
Ese bufaso.
We so bufaso. Nti enye won wan say ope Legon Johnson no mo friend dey opogro the beer so beto be e hoflade ye nesisi wotare wo ho nyina afa e na ho na building akese atu aso adusia ne ade ewo na men kan last one sakomo no basin no na engineer e kan wasem no as at 2011 na ebesi 2026 no and also about 60% politicians business guys and they are fun
and do what they only akofo
sasa ko no dia o kan wa o kan I want to make say minimum hope because yene FIFA coupons e cotton as Sakomo State that was 1989 now ko tema no fa Sakomo no village wo na so ti kwanu mu a o share Ramsar site na sometimes say na to ko share keke different species of birds
na migration from Europe
yes na akodo egu so a afarefo koko yi nam wo ho nti ehode de so kan minimum pa na yetumi ko hwe no man kra kan
woni meja no woni say South Africa anoma bi yirai ehode wo be hu
o so omuchini
wono tinka weda yet san wa America yi nanko ngaba won abetina wa won wo redi weda da yame abode won say weda de change wo ha won nyina no wo back a body and kasa environment to protect human nature, human beings. And a young problem back when I want to. So the name say engineer Amono Kote no Kaya say you to be MCs in the
assemblies.
We have to blame them. Because
some opinion ama order say in rezone hono. Ono and think na go blame.
You see that is the problem I hear.
That the no voice above me. No,
the problem I hear man say. You the obi ko siwa me aye ne simpapa yin. Enti obi o conscience pa hunim pa ro. On to be intere.
Because Ramsar side ho no. Hunim say forestry commission and that's John. And almost say ho no. Eye no. Mix. I don't know. Enti who ye fence saying we staff wo assembly ho wo telephone na e ba no wo ni wan a wo beka say wo ka stop sade
no say na me ka che say me
say ye penifo e di ehwemo pa o sisa
na achimota forest kura so we le ma o we le mo bi nyame nko na je ye o say ye che no I don't know the whole greater Accra nyina no na ye mbafa wo achimota forest ya enu pen greater Accra nyina forest a e protect ye nyina wa hade sa carbon dioxide in the one emissions in the idea from a bonus smoke bola ye show ni abi nyina no enu na tumi save ni nyina so ma be chia ye nyam from akome yes ye beton that is the nature of Ghanaians and ye mu bi no ye to ye ene na nsa na ne na nan me fa drop in wo committee 10 wo me de call me fa committee 10 to de me fa ho no taxi driver no o se sa hey wo mata mi do no oni me ye bonkomo because no oyokua pini to kasa anam dey na ba ofie na na starting komo to dem for no se hwe nsu ye pay boss anka unte ye ntumi fa na me se yiri ba ha na o se obi onim committee 12 Coca-Cola Junction committee 12 ne committee 11 musan kwase wa e kwa ni dem sa kokko school ho SOS straight estate no mo sisi wo me be bon krofo bi di yan kra ye wọ́n na tètè wọ́n na obi ọwọ́ filling station wọ́n kúrò like a businessman yẹ bó politicians ni ọbọ̀ wọ́n yìí nam sọ ẹnti na former regional minister gajẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ dáná wọ́n bubu ni wọ́n yá wọ́n tó wọ́n mọ̀ ní wọ́n fa human face ntọ́ so no because ẹtí tìrú paa na ìsúnì yìí wọ̀ họ́ nom Ramsar site wọ́n ẹ bá committee 12 lane nim a wọ́n tún mi fọ sáà kwan no so straight to Tiobodom bẹ̀bi a hill so no ẹ hyehyẹ wei wọ̀ họ́ no wọ́n motorway side wọ̀ kwan ni dem straight. And also one abesisi da ni nyina na sese de won failure akom asako ka che sese won failure akom ye problem ba ko no say me nim ni tourism ministry no won so edu ba bia at least won so ya won ye innovative kakra Unim says I Ramsar site and said they are now kind of boat to Ubuntu. Unim see a bit to meet him. Unim to me a partnership. No, on some could be one year the
site.
Good.
Obi what the masama okay. Ghana na mi nim anka we sanka onipa be nya kokuduro ma ba. O de partners by sanka sasako no yi Ramsar site we. Inso ni anya ne hwe. Bebe make sure say ye be see e be say be hotel bi na ye be see ra. Ye be ni such a way say affect e ho no. Inso no. Na ya ye no in such a way say dey ambrochire yetumi ye na boat wo so na
yacht bi akosisi
so no. Nkofo ba so mbaba be ye. Be pimu ne. San say
nkofo bi be pass as
say wo man penida e be pimu ne.
And I mean
enti the for no simam ne ye be sa ko banda isusu ansa na.
Okay.
Esan say ye hwe bibi. Human activities. Yesu bai. Your videos will be over. Obi shebola e de agu baby. We shebola.
So to ye kura this week yeah.
And obi ko kan say na we shebola agu ano. No pa na prince videos no yi
this week yeah busy.
And then I so obi ko.
So ye yesu no.
O de
no be to go agu.
Ye be omi videos ni ehwe.
And am for tete ho no area na omote no. Obi kwa ko hwie kubemura. Egu baby ensu na fa won a etum amana no. Ohwie won a tete won te wo. Obi onti wo mum. And okoje sa tokwa no mo ni sim no so sa oni nyina akwa.
Ye be videos later.
But ja o hwe video no ma correct this say.
Man on video.
Oh, so
Mame monopolda.
1 minute.
Mame monopolda.
Enti said the akasi beba second round no. Na nka beba be hwe sika na e bai no. Okwan a wo fa so yusu no. Bemma mo figure be bia na be bia sika no kwai. Na Ghana fun hu say so wo di oman ehwe obi nsa. Ni ye ma sika se bonipa ho ban asa na sese wo ye ni ni
Sika na fine.
Tie eja sika e bai ni nyina no. 200 plus 150 no. Ni awo release no e bai no. E na Akufo-Addo ene Dr. Bawumia na MPP abai no. Wo yi 103.8 million out of
dollars. Out of the 200 no.
Out of 200 no. See $22.1 million what the question training mo. $22.1 million, not $1 million, not $100,000. $22.1 million training there. How many people and we training one and how long the duration your time by? What kind of training? Pay is here. The person training and to no children training because longer. Oh, you training one. Who say do one never minute to say a year. There's an engineer.
That's
a 7.9 million eco consultancies.
And 22
yes, $22.1 million eco training.
Okay.
$7.9 million eco consultancies.
7.9
yes
consultancy.
Yes, so the Amokani 65 million eco diverting to COVID
operations.
Whereby IMF $1 billion. $1 billion. And Ukraine was sent the Bakusa rapid money be some rapid relief be some cow. And world movement IMF and be also European Union MIA, France MIA, Germany MIA, Japan MIA, ADB African Development Bank MIA. And the institutions MIA upon all this was some Kosika Mukoyi $65 million. Tie what the $1.68 million I catch say other costs. What probably I know catch what the top vehicles.
Vehicles on the way.
You see the whole thing. Also what top vehicles in our
beneficiaries now ammonia training or almost
where are they? That is the whole thing. And how many?
No, so more they are saying there's justification.
Who the member? What we know what we 11.4 million estates what the mayor flooded no out of this $103 million. Only 11.4 million eja and a quay a Jumana Casamo. ne te sika na nkasa no wo be shiti every $10 bia ye be yi bia na $9 konkrofo kutukum only one and an echo a friend no ho echo ye ho aduma every $10 bia abana me be yi no and the MPP we yi $10 bia 9 echo ye sa nyuma nyina na ya keka en konkrofo botom ye koye training consultancy say $1 per and one question from
main
project in Akasa one. Look at what they've done to us. Now, near Sufim, na your home say, Sanko Fee, we are. You are one of oh, you're Dogana for Udogana Fudi. Do you really love Ghanaians? Do you really care for Ghanaians? Do you really think about Ghanaians, those who voted for you? Individuals, the poor, the vulnerables, those who don't have anything in their life. Or no real so when you patemic a crowd was assassin wash the man, the year and the man. You destroy their future, and you fear what's my comment to at the gym. Now, President, you know, Kobompai, President, hey, Mammy, Obio Tiemi, be your Christian, be a Chronicles, 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. Also, me, I'm sorry, that I'm a yes, you want. Obi biara no ho be chiri wo wiase oni ani da so bi omra me mewrade wo no be man nsa so kire me a ewrade be tie mu sufre.
Amen. Okay. Who's a measure here? Because say project no. What national draw project? Obi a onim World Bank project and should be every project has components. And every component actually sikano ekwanya ade abetimi dey. Nobody in Ghana, nobody makofa World Bank project sika. Ede akoya there any project say you say so there. You can't.
Okay.
They won't release the funds to you. So Adia okay it was part of the project from the onset. Now say the na engineer say there was lack of capacity. And you see training amount for. This was part of the project from the onset. So it's not Adia obi ye dis can we and obi ko ya de foforo.
You training someone yeding.
Oh, different technical trainings. And it was part of the project from the onset. Now the 60 million I can't want to me. I mentioned it was the 5th component of the project. Says Atoyom Chensia. It means says can be equal.
They should the volume of money involved. Yeah, but since I got training $22.1 million, you know. And then trade equipment when you cock toy because $1 million are some near came. Equipment when you toy, then they put in power and the engineer forensic audit. Only Sanaba
Asana MPP before World Bank AO report. This year World Bank a report by. If Kasikana for baby and you would have been in the report. So I think say that's all the journalists. So I think you should also get the report. Me and Digi is a importing in the second coin. The report I buy, and say buy 2 months when you buy, clearly indicates where all the money went, and that is where the figures came from.
Okay,
it came from the report.
Reports are bad.
Yes. So this is not figure. Obi na ko emphasis my investigation. No, this official report. And HSS can say in the use.
Granted.
Now before say no, let me correct that 42.2 million actually. That Sikamusu will be the according to and you're not correct. This was allocation under this project. They never use that money for that activity. So says and you're not correct, so we are $43 million. And they are continuing so that in the past. Out of the Gary project.
Parliament and Cecilia
let me correct. No, she said that. So out of the Gary project, that's the kind of located here. No, you know, to say only 127
was used.
Opening Abuja Penny, everybody says, what is over 43 million bidding? Into no, why you say we use 43 million? Can you
$22 million?
No.
You see, so out of the Gary project, that 43 million, it was an allocation. It was not a disbursement.
You are locating my own.
Yes.
Okay.
Now there was another money that was a CD money, 196 million. And it was used to silt and dredge 22 different storm drains. It wasn't just Odo River.
It's saying
197 million cedis.
197.
Yes, during that time, no. About 2024, no. 197 million cedis. Yeah, dredging different 22 storm drains, different ones. It has nothing to do with the Gary project. It was a separate amount. And 197 million. Even if you go all the way back to that time, CD 5 million, 43 million dollars. And then also a dollar dominated project and the users can free. So I no credit. So because you see $43 million and the silting and will be a questioning pass. And no credit. There is no basis on it was an allocation.
Okay.
It was not a disbursement.
See that you'll be a first. But say kasi ebe fa no mako. But training one in here me pa capacity training or whatever I am can wasem. Say you the $22.1 million a training for every. Me nam be say sa training no you koto ton fidie the fi baby the by say the san fidie no e be training or more. And what kind of training?
So the item is institutional and local technical training. So let's go and find the details. But let's not assume so be this guy. Obi this guy now
institutional and
local technical training.
Local technical training.
That was the $22.1
million. Okay.
And Sika was here the koto car no. And you can equipment. And out of the equipment, na vehicles so count. You can't go on the
1.68 million.
Yes,
equipment.
That is a. Now, say the mechanic. These are things that were already in the project. They drew this from the project lines, from the budget lines of the project. Obi anyway, this can buy and go to different things.
Before.
No,
there's a kind of cool.
Yes, and I make those items. We can take a look at that. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
But nobody has directed any funds anywhere, and the World Bank has confirmed it.
Okay.
That is what we have to be clarifying. Now, there's also one thing I want us to also clarify. I say, Ibrahim Muhammad, no, they say for free. And it no personnel we use. It doesn't mean it costs the country nothing.
But nobody has.
We're buying fuel. Also, we're for free. We are
free. Only
so the military be here join on
the American say on you free
on far the machines in
it the comparison no can say obi so be am free and obi be abaye na atua sikase and American say the way am free no e onu le bank one na free but there's still cost component in the oil you know it's all compare can say Ibrahim yema no na be cost you say and away mine cost you say then you can do a proper comparison sir, but you can't tell me say you're free
on the personnel yes. Or say me personnel machines and kasa to me nyoma adwuma enti me
machine dey use dey
meba o tie ni kasa mo say
aban no kind na make o let me correct it anya dey you Ibrahim kind na make o dey ja kind na be correct it anya ono no dey you Ibrahim say obeba your personnel I'm a Juma. Yeah, for your machines near fuel and Bramra. It be a Juma. And the Agya Kwabena. You're a Bahima and we are free. And I require a cost you say. And I make that comparison no, it's not correct.
Who say or no? You should be or no say. Move if you didn't know. Miss more personnel no. It's in mode the Ben say, me branch and beba. Moma fuel and the machines no. You be a Juman to take the Casemo say the Albanians are banning machines and any diesel and not the man or not the personnel. No,
Matthias said to tell you, but my purchase, let me say it and say, and no one say it comes at no cost to the government because fuel is the biggest component. Exactly. And look at the way we free, where do buy a 2 card? That's the wrong comparison. And what I say, we quite the Abokasi, and I was here Abokasi. Then we can talk.
Now, what do you come dredge masters? One to the car, and your contract.
I'm not speaking against Ibrahim Muhammad.
Because you feel it.
Ibrahim Muhammad, ebe cost 10 cedis. Uko fu obi ebe cost 20 cedis.
Ono ne ye no. Efidie na ye de ma no.
But efidie na ebetu ya hoka.
Efidie ne o man efidie. But e to diesel nka ho.
Efidie ne ho maintenance. Efidie ne to diesel gum. Diesel ne ska. Say iska. Enti ne ebetu make say we want say project ni na we are 20 cedis for the sake of explanation. 20 cities no the component of labor 10 cities is Ibrahim Mahama sa component of labor na film e cost 10 cities but all the component from cost 20 cities then you are doing proper comparison but how can say Ibrahim Mahama is free but we are 20 cities that's a wrong comparison because we are still spending 10 cities here. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Engineer so say
ebe cost is
ka na ka be say soldier for say demolition no wo munsum wo ne o moya adwene sa so this soldier for ba mu no Agya Kwabena fie a ombebubu no na say something fie a ene be jama na ka na me say me ahudo wi ti say dan so man otojo Liberty down sorry ene tetegu Pambos area ho den sisi ho apartment agba sisi ho ombetumi abubu yemfa be some few minutes bi na ese ko South Africa sense almost demonstration ko support Pretoria and nekra nyansa nketo akra
the South Africa ye kan ye de wa
Ghana ho
yan kai di
show no the woman say zero percent speculate say the for betumi abubu bi dia so betumi bi dia no
there be task force say edu ba bi a ye budana ye buda edu ba bi a binum dia buda
ye share denti kra ye tete kolenum denti a ye kote odonum ye nhwe because say u jai nwura no esesa na ekotai wo odonum a e was ye kotim near this the World Bank sika ekotitim whether 20 free nwura ewo because sa channel no in super ni say fam nti nwura ni free kole na da ho no yan kase yan fa nwura nkogumu lagoon da ho to receive clear water
so no how da na ball zone
correct
ubekona nkofo okwa cycle on
that say no ye nyina ti ha no ya agree say ye be silt ai lagoons no na ya sa the World Bank as a quantity sa na ya peninsula sa na say dey on a problem no because your assemblies be 24 municipal assemblies assembly be anywhere waste management department
really
now nim
there be say what can I say really am no
district assembly be anywhere waste management department the whole Ghana
hey how
na when said municipal assembly be was waste management director ni or ni fie way ana ni office way municipal assemblies are what Ghana now be anywhere or waste management department.
This is serious.
And you know so ya ye nwura esi ho efie wo fie be yem fa 400 houses I follow under your municipality and nipa wom be 300,000 ma ye nwura how are we managing the waste how dem tell the omo every tinyina when you net free by 20 years you know waste management department apart from metropolitan areas no omo waste management department you know district any municipal omuni waste management department a classic team of a waste management department in a waste management director and any deputy supervisors a number of supervisors waste workers and some are waste volunteers and a formal a waste management department na yebu nwura na omo akire yen how to manage nwura no ewo ye fiem eninti no sa okofa bin that sa das bin yakase no edikosisi strategic areas so bi afa nwura nkogumu a wana na nanti 800 meters no sumura deche oso di kwa kogu bin nko obi anye enti wo hwa ha ida obehye no anase osuma akwala bi a no da kotu obi mfichire na akogu gota nu enti ye na ye ho so na meche no ena eno anso sisa na kwa na akogu kolonu na kwa na besi odo kwa no meche say wo say every year bia no yes ade
attitudinal change asama ye kan we dey press videos na ready ya hwe we dey kasa ni
na kasa no aya o mo kan na menti ase no
na say attitudinal change yesu ba nye
dabi you need to put in place effective waste management system obi abedi so but we don't have a system na o say attitude in there Ghana ni a wa Jimmy Dito o di ni ko si do Düsseldorf ene na o ma ne dokono ne chenam no diwie on to me fa mura na to ho
because the system is working
exactly and when I would deceive no
now you bet me I
didn't know you setting up the management team that is why the waste management director no to wa was say me woni pa 300,000 and then I may their manage waste no either me be recycling plant kakra bi and I me be incinerator kakra bi and I me yes no odwen but we judge man my environmental officer na environmental officer no ono the beans akosisi ho ya befa bin no yemfa yo mufumutu se na ote ho 3 days na abi na yema osua de de kwa akwa bi ti ho se fa kofie mi fa nwura nu kofie nkochi ana me nye ndai ani ye team 20 years ni Ghana di say because 70 years no the team one your team
it's this assembly concept no you failing when it comes to sanitation issue ana
Poto. What we try to do is say share public areas in the street in kakrakra no we assign the ama private persons so on ko prakra ho and but residential waste in Ankasa no I try say be introduce companies bi na omo enkosisa kakrakra ewo Fiji obi anso supervise omo say omo ko ekosisa nwura no kra na obi wa won na sign contract if you wo ho nyina is about 200 houses na nipa 20 per and agree say sa company ni message omo waste omo wa ete na aka omo waste no omo de be fine ani ni team enti say insuo no twi nyina di kogu odo ni mu a na ya koji World Bank sika ni akosi samfidi kogu ho ni atwe na ekọ koleni so ya ma na aye ni saa na ekọ enti say koleni ti ho na aye ma na ekwan no susu si ho na no susu ye ntwe na nsuo no ba ebere akọ
engineer you just said then they say 2 minutes and then
I was say you come back near my district ni na nya omu waste management team no omu fa nya waste management no na nya de next year you better be too nsuo now Garrett in paying for 2017 2018 so to no na do car say and also create Garrett no create greater Accra resilient integrated development and a more almost escano in paying for the Garrett no almost in sure eba no omo be water retentions 18 water retentions baku kra nyanye as you the 65 COVID operations and I also see retention ni bi wo basin ni baku so until nay see fa say ya fa one water basin say bia unyanhia de na eba no until ye the retention na kosi so ye 4 retentions kwa insuo no emphasize speed ni machine nko because ye be hold insuo no
and say can ka say be water retention no scanner wa he
two sa water retention 2 design ni bibia ready you can say you see scan be call consultancy ni design all these things you need consultants
2019
and the maximum 2019 after 2019 COVID was okay you see COVID 6 years ago they say right now no COVID see any papa kwa so
won say
obi ekwa won say e kan no kra wo of amaya bent no of already abotre wasn't for the 2020 after I nanasa win bi and 2021 was our formal another authority I found Ghana Hydrological Authority.
I remember.
Be taking care of flood constructions. I mean flood defense constructions based there. Omunsumi entwa gota bakumbo.
2021 they no form here.
Ghana Hydrological Authority. Ono so sa form top brass hydrology engineers ewo ho. Ni atititite one na ensure bad fair abefa ye bi mu a. O yenye ndai we are not fixing it. It's a canals in your bay, we are not fixing it. Water retention, we are not doing it. Now, over catch and say, open so cool, we need wake up. How are you going to do that?
And a ball.
No, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? Because at the basic things now, life are improving. You are not seeing it. Compare Abrafo because they are playing football in Tuzu Kobubi. Now, what's the mental now? Makuma and
patriotic citizen.
No, patriotic war at Niama Be Niama Bema and Wahi and yet agro. Well, but less than 10 minutes.
I guess among what you need to make in Aben every year and see. Yes, Kwame, my memory be 2 minutes be now. Yen fine and shift a camera. You know, was South Africa. And somewhere see never be break also a hard pa na and I'm no say Ghana ambassador to South Africa. At the post to say almost year demonstration kasi power Pretoria. I see into shops or winning ano ya to and I'm saying Nigeria ni baako or general shop no mkochi bonu chuku no. Back also Ghana ni baako say so no sa ahwere ne kwa na according to report no Ghana for me in October 2025 one Samuel Asante and Michael Oduro on also February 2026 yes bibi the protection fee enti na mamo yekunkum mo ho na de ko so we obi shop shop no South Africa na ko gina na won say ona na dey inside no one lock o na ko gina no ojo so e dey go inside ho enkrofo wo ju say wo bibia ye okay there Kwame.
So you see South Africa problem now is for me is a very delicate and a very complex problem, and it has to do with what they've been through as a nation. It stems from the apartheid. Now, what apartheid did is to ensure, say, before we win, you share that you could not improve women like a crabby, up to be 8%. I'm the majority of more years of Massasino. You share that the woman could do a crona, no baby a crone, or more into hobby. Again, education. And more for no share that making sure education the member to 2 for no. And yeah, as good as education at the member abrofono. The best are the numbers between say you training or more for the menial jobs are was abrofo companies on pay. Enti sa enoma we no ekeka mu ema tama omunya omo fa ahodie no. They were not able to solve this issue completely. Baby are no mote, or no mote. Of course, education there would make us be equanim kakra. But the fact is say na asase e dey ye ekuya ni nyina wa abrofo ho no ebesi ne majority e da so abrofo. It is generational wealth no nyina na so kuta abrofo no. It ama the majority of South Africans no omo wa hu yehiem. It is a ahuyehiem a omo wom to now no. And sometimes no it may translate into xenophobic. Ya na nipa no so kwa hu chirema ya na ope scapegoat. So the Burmese can speak ope bi di ahye no. Ebi na America ato omo a you see omo awo say awo nko ne ade ade. Nanso no adwuma awo ne ye no ye jama wa awo nye. Enso aho chira wo mu no say awo na ekọ so. So we share the South Africa economy this year na awo South Africa no mun do 5%. And so the contribution awo ne the country in terms of GDP no is over 9%. It's the awo no mo no kwa no. They are beating above their weight. Yeah. They are contributing more to the economy than even more. But nipa ho chire na no opo bi di ahye no. And I sebi. Most of these people here, omo ye dey down person omo kun awo no. They don't have access to abrofo no. Because abrofo no are in high security zones. Omo ntimi nko ho. Ene se before no omo ho no, e na omo betani against you omo. Yeti bibi say and our home na edi bone omu di ewu omu ye say e kura we do 5% too. South Africa towards the end of last quarter of 2025 minyan hwe the current statistics no, but the last quarter of 2025 not that could be nipa 72 in yekuno that could be murder rates nipa 72 every single day last quarter of 2025 ni yekuno kromo. Now we say I hold the kusa 72 every day na. Enya hold the cause of trouble no. And it is because of the apartheid, you know.
na say
because the hangover
da bi na wunyini say bia wo tena tibia bi mu na say tibia na didi utirimu ma ayeyi a wunyini no so hu say da bi say me ye we a M1 say some
the point is you see adwuma ni ho and adwuma kakra ho no so no omo prepare ho the qualification of the majority of the blacks now poor in the muntimi so nya adwuma pa what they say
and no bia bebo ama wonya adwuma ketekete bi ya na wo so mu saa
bi say wo fi ukrom waba wo ye entrepreneur wo meti bi krom ho kire wo ba ya abebi store wo ye wo say wo kokko anim awon ya abebe
no ma ho ye
and now you based on I'm not before say you can never say domu ye right it's wrong totally. But you see, I'm an engineer. When you give me a problem, the first thing that I think of, what is the root cause? Because to solve any problem, you need to know the root cause. If you don't have the root cause of any problem, I don't think you solve it.
Okay.
Let's look at the root cause of this issue.
Ibrahim ne Costa be woji say juma no wode ma dredge master no
ade akai
yes because me wonim say me ade a me pay ni say me cancel to be better out me because we see you cost no
okay
so it has a cost now wode ma dredge masters no wode ma
54
million euros
dredge masters
54 million euros
a foreign company
papaya Zoom Lion.
So 100
so it has a so
8 kilometers.
8 kilometers.
Wow.
54 million euros.
No, Odraji.
No, sorry, I'm 5 years.
Ghana company.
No problem. Me problem. Na mom ni abi say, ye can say, obi say me the foul machines bra. Foul cabra. To na me say duma for free. Who say what chances are you free?
Baby. You see, you are misquoting here.
Yeah, we
1 minute.
South Africa. Only South Africa they know. Eja me pa cho me 30 seconds meka. Na yenti asese say mampani de sojafo eye brigadier. Aye in charge. Say ne akosunsu yiri ne ba bi o ngasisi dan no. Ono nso ama be kasa. Say ni ye baba ye adwuma no baby ye beja odan asi ye beja wasi and obi anim say nobody can bribe a military officer a whole brigadier hello unless you know somebody then you mention the name if you know one just mention hello until you nya your any problem hello o baba ye adwuma no mumu abuamo dan sisi akwamu mumu abuamo na South Africa no ade ya wo wi ase pa eja onipo ye boni ayefo South Africans. So they are majority of them are educated. Yes, majority of them.
And it is deliberately engineered so
good. It is a when you pursue a bro bisuya, no deprive from education.
I also comes on
to be called.
Wow, two baby.
When we are dependent, the way a Ghana, African, the young Ghana, Abia, baby are currently foreign affairs ministry see airport one na your student hostel
yeah the man wo
na ye be training wo and to the extent say your man South Africa freedom fighters and your man on Ghanaian passport we give them Ghanaian passport. Do you know the reason they say so what could one kuro mu no okura wondin na wo be kire wo until we give them a Ghanaian passport to say oh we a foreigner and all so that we can allow them to mobilize their people.
Jacinta says some mama almost sika na mon Mandela sika mo kwajim sika Mandela.
No problem. So lucky you bukura won abo the tuye kuma. 100,000 South Africans be a wo horo. 36.6% be a wo kum won a day. We 100,000 South Africans. Yes, 36.6% 2 million. So they say, "Nti won ankasa no won adwene na eso was cycle dey ni ho."
Me da say,
"Obi tutu ya bro a so wa beje we." Competition.
There be me dey ana me kakra. Nansi ye Anya ye kobru ala tafosi omuntu omu shop mu.
Yamuro bia.
Hello.
Yamuro bia. Yamuro bia.
Musu de yamuro bia.
Yamuro bia. Scapegoat there.
But mon kasa mo Yamuro bia. Sometimes police form Emma Kwaya. Nke yamuro.
Woman ni ambe ye.
Already here videos here. Oya si Ghana for Canada.
Aha. Yamuro bia. Ya di besia. Madam ase papa. Na abrante na odi anim e wo South Africa na
outside now be run e di mesrew. Ya kasa ye edipa constituency secretary. Ekrapem North. Constituency secretary no yes bacha fina meji naba bacha we the mama just na me fantugwa na adofo edusu a July ya na ye be ye no me forward amount na edusu so a eja eni abrante kura
Mesian no OPK ho
correct
yes
me joint ba kura me
OPK o Mesian OPK o
11 July yebeye no ewo Okreku Memorial Park
ewo
Adoso
Agya Kwabena Agya won from Pokwase to second chance ekwan no emrantia no 2 weeks ni omzo mbe demonstration
yes
ma power mu chawa fede amen
obi frame
omso next week no
obi frame
de ye omu ya no say yesi omu kwa yesi ye de ama contractor se contractor no pay World Bank sika o pa IMF sika o bisine
okay me obi frame kan wasam chama kan se echire be di
omso next week no
omu nyabo tre ne ye ni hu komo kwa
ma somo
obako frame ana me kan so ma yenwura na wotwe next week mu na fie hu de be enti no bibi ehu hia ye pa enti bacha ye no 11 July na ene anopa yi they said me producer tia me na so se ya ye nua Peace FM online editor no create yes fa kan producer Kwadwo Asante ne hu kani Mrs LC Asante Ajiman oka baby it's ene na ye ewo Atomic Park na ye no Raban ko musika Asante no we dey despite media yi kase pa ye nua Kwadwo Asante osofu Kwadwo Asante ye online editor no create format ye chefa kan producer no yere ye jano kwane ewo Atomic Park ti ye nyina ye nkobɔ ne fe sanso na na Jerusalem so esi na ase ene day na osan the birthday so e de ka ho na ansa na ye be sori so na yakɔna ne nkomodi ye videos bebre ka se esi na so etumi ya brantie na odi ntɔkɔ nim South Africa ɔhyɛ sa chebi no o video pre sa video no ye bɛkɔ na wabɔ ye sɔra na wabansa ne yakɔ ɔse ɔbɛkɔ our African countries ɔba Ghana ha abɛkyerɛ ɔkɔ ɛbɛfa so a yɛbɛpam said the omo ye ho no yeso baby wa ha to protect our country ɔse ɔbɛba Ghana ha ɔbɛkɔ Africa
ye ntra member for meji country
baby ɔkɔ shop kura untumi ngobi
una wese
ye bobo sa video ne yɛbɛsɔ
ebi o ka kyerɛ ne guest
mame Winnie Mandela interview bi ɔse na wira ho no sungu ni mu pa sɛ de ankrofo ye no womu ntine ma bia santi na omo ye Winnie Mandela ɔse ne ya pa
tete
ɔno a
me just tete xenophobia na ze odan wo
xenophobia na esi ebribia se de no so no ade ha adwene ye pa waka wasam na ye sɔre so na ya kɔno betwira de bitu anka be se me kansa na ya sɔre so ha obi di message bia brɛ me ka galam se nsɛm no ɔso kɔkɔnongo a kɔnongo kwa ho pɛɛ empenifo bi e wo kɔnongo krom ho ankasa penifo ɛna sisi no wo mo aye na tonton sansase no edi ye galam se miame kɔnongo ya santi ayi o ma se kɔnongo wasam na me kanti ne bre se hwe ne hu bibi ye be sɔre so na mo se na me ka ne de bia no o ma ni be ye ya ifiyara o man be ya ifiyara mo me ya da bibi ye ya ifiyara me de tete no ade ba ko ya de tete me ene se ade a enye no mabone ye nya wodin ensin se obeye papa ma papa ye enye omre na body ye no enye odin but say nuase na sesa to do bad no is so easy but to do good no very difficult and say second say o man bia na obetumi ayeye say say betena se na politicize bibia say de bo ma na ye de be ya amanyosam a ye bechi akwa ba abodwan o se oye obi dan ho fi na onim so no na podua ho ena oye ne fi no ye de san kakra ne beba ya ho so no man na du bibia ho bibia enye ye bio the indiscipline the system no is too high one day message they discuss ye be no ye ba okada abobo ye afo no ena be discuss wo ho nsem be discuss person asem hia wo mu di nema bi bo mai mu a they dictate how the road traffic should yes omu do dictate say na be ya ye twika ene e Ghana ha enkran titru e dey internet say basa kokoma say the same thing ye be kan wasam ayo man ye menu mienu nyina de o eye ya eye ma ye tikwa me da ase engineer me da ase abusa pen me da ase na mo no me be sori so yi me kan say enso ye yiri ye sa bottle ye hu bebre wo so nani bebre pa specialize de so no mu wi a bie de tine so na fon say fesi usam sei ne miaso umiaso ya no so mu sei na odi ne ti no abuaso na ye ketekete sei wo betum da so botom akofie udu ba bia otum de du das bi mu ankasa pa enti special ice ena de san hye ya ba bibia metena ha bia no meye me sei aye tu ano no se de ye tintin sei no eye sei no utu ano na ne ti no utu ne ti fi so na de ato na de si usam na wamia ntu mia ebe ketwa na osa ne ti na bua so na ye ketwa sei ne sa na be bua papa ama se de awroba no egu so ne bebrebe no etumi akọ me din de Agya Kwabena enyakopon ya adoma da se ne ye bi hye na mbom no se de tumi ma wa kan hu se de odo tumi no ma wo no oni ahode obeba hu nti no de ma wo fa ye adwuma na de wo ase no enya so mfaso kakra mo